Okay, let's move on. And here now the SDR updates, starting with a very interesting regional project. Let me open the presentation here. And the project is called Strengthening Early Warning Systems in Belize, Guyana, Jamaica, and Suriname through Improving Satellite Data Utilization. This is a pilot project involving new satellite receive stations in these four countries. It's a very interesting initiative and it is worth sharing with the community. I will present this briefly just to give you an overview of the project and how it can benefit not only these four countries, but the satellite community as a whole. Right now, we have an ongoing project titled Strengthening Early Warning Systems in Belize, Guyana, Jamaica, and Suriname through improving satellite data utilization. And the main objective is to enhance the technical capacity and infrastructure of these countries, strengthening their early warning systems. And as we have discussed it through in other meetings in our region, thanks to the great job by NOAA, as we have been discussing, these variety of satellite dissemination mechanisms for accessing data. We have mechanisms, antenna-based mechanisms such as GRB, HRIT, NWIN, HRD, GeoNetcast. We also have the cloud-based platforms like the NOAA Open Data Dissemination Program, the official repositories provided by setups like NOAA Class, for example, and through different initiatives, including Early Warning for All and our SDR group, you have developed a good understanding of the current reality in our region regarding access to satellite data. And these four countries are among those with the greatest needs in our region, particularly in the Caribbean, as required by this project. They either have limited access to satellite data or they lack redundant access, as we have discussed it in previous SDR calls. So we have been able, through these initiatives, to map and better understand the current status of these countries. So this project was proposed last year and includes the installation of redundant satellite receive stations with both satellite and cloud-based mechanisms operating in parallel. For the satellite-based component, we will use GeoNetcast Americas, and for the cloud-based component, we will use a combination of Unidata's Internet Data Distribution System, NOAA's Open Data Dissemination Service, and the WMO Information System 2.0, also known as WIS 2.0. And this redundancy ensures that if one system fails for some reason, the other will continue receiving data. And each station will have two workstations, one dedicated to data acquisition and another for data processing and visualization, using Python-based tools as well as AWIPS, which is the standard software used by the US National Weather Service, but it's not used as much by the international community, but the project team, especially our colleagues from Costa Rica, led by Marcial, they are preparing documentation demonstrating how AWIPS can be used by the international community as well. So this is the project structure, which consists of three key elements. First, the infrastructure component, which includes the installation of these redundant stations. Second, a training program for technical staff and meteorologists, which includes an online phase and two in-person workshops. And these workshops will cover both technical aspects such as installation, maintenance, and data processing, as well as application of satellite data and products available through these mechanisms. And third, through these activities, we aim to improve the monitoring of priority hazards in these four countries. The online phase of the training is expected to take place between next month, August, and September. And the in-person phase, which includes two workshops, one in Regional Association 4 in Belize for both Belize and Jamaica, and the other in Regional Association 3 in Suriname for both Guyana and Suriname. And these are expected to take place toward the end of the year and the beginning of next year. So after this proposal, we presented the proposal to the 4 WMO permanent representatives of these countries last year, as we required an endorsement letter from each country as required by the project. And the project was approved in March this year by CRUISE, and CRUISE is the Climate Risk and Early Warning Systems Initiative. And this initiative provides some funding pathways, and this project was submitted under the so-called accelerated support window, covering $250 of funding. Also, fortunately and coincidentally, Belize was also implementing a similar project in parallel, which included the installation of a station funded through other sources. And as a result, we were able to combine these resources from both projects and procure better equipment. Um, Regarding the in-person workshops, we are planning 2 regional hands-on workshops, each lasting 5 days and hosted in 2 different countries. And each workshop would be supported by 3 trainers with 3 participants from visiting countries. Workshop number 1, hosted by Belize towards the end of this year. And workshop number 2, hosted by Suriname. Both workshops would cover installation, maintenance, and troubleshooting of both satellite and internet-based reception systems. Also, data processing, product generation, and the operational use of satellite data for forecasting and early warning applications. This is the project timeline, where we can see a high-level overview of the project activities. The project was approved in March this year, and the tender process is currently underway. And the contract with the winning bidder is expected to be signed in September, with equipment distribution planned between September and October. The online training sessions will take place between August and September, and the 2 hands-on workshops are scheduled for Q4 this year and Q1 of next year. And that's essentially it. I'm particularly excited about this project, not only because of the hardware component, but also because of the training on satellite data applications. I'm especially looking forward to that part, which will be kindly led by our colleague Jose Galvez, who is also here with us today, who is currently working with CIRA. And as many of you know, Jose always delivers outstanding training sessions. And another important outcome of this project is that all the documentation developed, including guidance on using AWEPs with these received mechanisms, and the refined procedures for station installation and maintenance and best practices for operating multiple data reception systems in parallel. All of these will be shared with the user community. So even though the project directly supports these 4 countries, these knowledge, these documentation and resources that will be generated by this project will benefit the entire satellite community. And that's it for now. Do you have any questions regarding this project? Or Marcial, would you like to add anything?
I would just like to say that I hope you can hear me well. My connection is not very good today.
Yes, we can hear you.
I think it's a great opportunity for these specific countries to improve on their equipment and methodologies used to gather and process data. And it also opens the door for better communication and improvements in the region as a whole. So I think having the capabilities to receive from satellites and also the internet not only improves the current situation, but will prepare us for GeoXO as well in the future. So I think it's a great opportunity for all. Thanks.
That is right. As we have seen, multiple mechanisms will be available to receive data from GeoXO as well, including commercial satellites and cloud. So in the future, we would be able to, as we are going to discuss in the future, to adapt these setup to receive data from GeoXO as well. Jesse?
Yeah, sorry about that. Thank you very much, Excellent presentation. I'd like to share this since this is actually those workshops are in the Caribbean. I will share it with our CMO states. Um, and I'll read it through to see what the entry requirements are, participation requirements. I'm also interested as the co-chair of the expert team on education training and competency in hosting some of these trainings on our Moodle repository page because that is open to forecasters in the aviation community, and these will be very, very helpful. And so I will talk to you, write a small proposal to SDR for this, and also I'll contact Jose because we wanted to share some of his material too on the website. And it's a
Okay,
WMO
thank you.
site. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you, Katian. And now that you commented that maybe we can invite other countries as well for the online training sessions for both the technical aspects of the project and the application part. You know, you gave me some ideas. Let's keep discussing that. Thank you.
Oh, definitely. I am available until the end of the month. I'm on vacation, but you can contact me at any time after that. But
Okay.
definitely let's get on that because I think this is really important given I wasn't listening to all the presentations, but what is going forward? If we're not preparing now, we're going to be left behind again as usual. So I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
If you're putting all this work into these great workshops and resources, we really have to start preparing for it. And I'm really enthused that you're having both in Belize and in Suriname, which puts it right in our backyard for us to participate. So thank you very much for that, Diego and Marcial. And hello,
Thank
Jose.
you. Thank you, Kathy Ann.